This is the perfect pleating tape from Rowley Company. It's used to create a beautiful embellishment for your window treatments, like this box pleated ruffle on this beautiful shade. And the knife pleats are used on this tie back. You also can use it for crafts and for clothing. To use the perfect pleating tape, you'll have to choose one of two sizes. We have a blue and black marked tape that will make 3/4 and 1.5 inch box or knife pleated ruffles. We also have a pink and green marked tape if you want to make 1 inch and 2 inch knife pleat or boxed ruffles. To start your ruffle project, you want to cut strips of fabric 3 times the finished length that you need and twice the width plus 1 inch. So I'm going to make a 2-inch ruffle. So I've cut this strip 5 inches. 2 inches times 2 is 4, and then add the inch and I get 5 inches. Fold the strips in half, press them with an iron, and then serge them across the top or sew them to hold them together. Now you're ready to use the perfect pleating tape. Pull off the amount you need, and I'm using the pink and green tape to make a 1 inch knife pleat ruffle. Instructions are included with your tape. And you'll start by, for the knife pleat ruffle, I'm going to cut on line 1, the pink line 1, and then stick it to the top of the ruffle pieces. And you want to make sure you come down at least 1/2 inch so you won't stitch it with the sewing machine, and press it in place. This does have a low tack adhesive. It does not damage your fabric, but it's always a good idea to test on your fabrics before you use it. You don't want to have the tape on for more than 3 days before you do your project. And then I'm going to start following the arrow. The arrow is pointing to my left, and take number 3 to number 1. Number 3 to number 1. Now the different lines on here, just ignore those because that's for a different style and size of ruffle. So I'm taking number 3 and bringing it up to number 1, and then I can pin it in place. And continue number 3 to number 1. It's as simple as that. Once you get the hang of making the pleated ruffles, you can go straight to your sewing machine and pleat it without having to pin. But when you're starting out, you may want to pin it first. And then 3 to 1. Okay, I'm going to stop now and go to the sewing machine and show you how to sew across the top. You want to make sure you do not stitch into the perfect pleating tape, and you don't want to stitch down more than 1/2 inch from the top. You have to stop and remove pins, and keep the top straight and even as you're sewing. And you can see the pleats are formed, and you can continue pleating across the whole width of your ruffle. When you're finished, you can remove the perfect pleating tape, and if you don't tear it, you actually can reuse it again on another project. The perfect pleating tape saves time. It allows you to create a beautiful trim for clothing, for craft projects, and for your window treatments and pillows. It saves so much time. Because it's pre-marked, you don't have to sit and think about each pleat that you do. So I hope you enjoy using the perfect pleating tape, and check our website for project ideas for using the perfect pleating tape.